Hi, my name is Sherri, and this is Victoria, my student today. Welcome, namaste. Today, we're going to focus on the first chakra. So it's called Muladhara, and it means root. So it means to be grounded. And in yoga philosophy, this chakra deals with fear. And so today, we are wanting to let go of fear. So the acronym for fear is false evidence based on, or fear, false evidence appearing real. So we're going to let go, let the divine, and we're going to be rooted and grounded and coming into our practice today. So this is a 30-minute practice. So it's going to be like an express yoga. And one of our peak poses that we're going to come into is Bakasana or crow pose. So that's very much a fundamental arm balance, but no worries because we're going to do it seated, we're going to do it on our back, and then the full expression of the pose. So if you're at home and you have a block, great. Grab a block. If you don't, then a book would come into handy. So here I'm also a nurse, my Med-Surg nursing book from 1986. So a wonderful platform to get rooted and grounded on when doing this pose. All right, so let's get started. So ground into your sit bones, come to a comfortable seated position, the feet crossed or whatever's the most comfortable for you. You can elevate your hips on a blanket. And place your hands on your knees, close your eyes for a moment and find your breath. So inhale through the nose. Nice full deep inhale coming into the low belly, up into the heart, all the way up into the shoulders, and then exhale, shoulders, heart, belly, drawing the navel into the spine. So again, inhale, 3-part breath. 1, 2, 3. Close your eyes, just decrease any sensory input right now. Exhale, exhale, exhale. And then one more time, your full deep inhale, just inhaling that life force, that prana. Low belly, up by the heart, expand the ribs, all the way up into the clavicles. Smile with the clavicles. Pause, and then exhale, 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 drawing the navel into the spine. So take your feet about a little more than shoulder width, hold onto your knees, and then seated cat and cow. So lift your heart up, and then hold onto the knees, ground, chin to chest, navel to spine. So the color of this chakra is red. Inhale, just feeling grounded and rooted into your sit bones. Exhale, 2 more. Inhale, exhale, 1 more. Inhale. Exhale, good. And then now with your feet about hip width apart, cactus your arms, palms facing forward. Bring them to the inside of your knees, palms facing forward. And here you are in like a seated Bakasana. So spread the fingers, shoulders melt back. So this is also called crow pose, which is very much a bird that is grounded, fearless. Good. Smile. Takes less effort to smile than to frown. And then bring your hands to your heart. Walk your feet back together. Come onto your back. So Victoria, I'm going to have you come to your back. Hug your knees into your chest. And then just pause here. So extend your arms over your head, Victoria. Stretch your legs out onto the earth. So she's feeling grounded now on her back, feeling rooted. And then take a nice full deep inhale. Spread your fingers, spread your toes. Exhale, hug your knees into your chest. Bring your forehead to your knees. Nice. And then again, inhale, spread the hands, the feet. Exhale, hug it in. Nice. 2 more. Inhale. So get that full breath. Belly, ribs, all the way up into the upper chest. And then exhale, release. Release any stress. Good. Last time. Inhale. Exhale. Hug it in. Good. Release your head back down to the mat. And then come into what we call happy baby pose, Ananda Balasana. So she's going to take her peace fingers to her big toes. You can take them to the outside of the feet. And bring the tailbone down to the earth. And then just like we did seated, she's going to cactus her arms. And then she's going to bring her arms to the inside of her legs, lift her heart and chest up. So we're activating this core area, this third chakra, Manipura. So here she's doing Bakasana on her back. Awesome. And then we're going to continue with a little core cultivation. So she's going to stretch again, stretch the arms back behind you, inhale. And then exhale, come back into that Bakasana shape, that crow shape, lifting up. Nice. 2 more times. Inhale. Exhale. Last time. Inhale. Exhale. Good. Pause there for a second. So she's squeezing these thighs around the outside of the arms, kind of like a thigh master for those of y'all who know what that is or was. Good. So she's engaging some isometric muscular effort here. All right, so thank you, Victoria. Hug your knees into your chest. Good. Give yourself a big squeeze, a big hug, loving yourself. Muladhara, root chakra, so just finding that love, letting go, dispelling fear. So we're going to continue with a little more warm-up, warming up the spine, awakening up the spine. So extend your legs out onto the mat. We're going to come into half boat or Ardha Navasana. So some options here. You can ground your hands by your hips. You can also place your hands underneath your low back to support your low back. And as I call this out, you can lift up one heel, just letting it hover, and then set it down. Lift up the other heel, let it hover. The full expression is both heels come up, hovering. And then lift the heart and chest up. Now, you can support the back of your head with your hands, and we're going to hold it here for 3, 2, 1. Release everything down, pause. And then again, inhale, stretch the arms above the head, interlace them behind the head, support the back of the head, lift up one foot or the other foot, both feet, and hover. So the navel's drawing into the spine, tailbone is lengthening, low back is grounded, rooted. The sacrum is the root here. Onto the mat. And release. All right. One more time. You got it in you, Victoria. Inhale, exhale, lift up. Let the feet hover. This time maybe reach towards your feet or reach towards one foot. For 3, 2, 1. Hug your knees back into your chest. Good. And we're going to rock and roll up to a seated position 5 times. So avoid going back on your neck. So this is a good way to promote relaxation in the spine, to activate that parasympathetic nervous system. And on the 5th time, she's going to come all the way around into tabletop facing you guys. So she's on all 4s. She's grounding through her hands. She's pressing into the thumb, index finger, and middle finger. She's got a neutral spine here. And we're going to continue with that cat and cow. So inhale, lift up your heart, your chest, sit bone, tailbone up. Exhale, round. Good. Keep going. Inhale. Exhale. 2 more. Inhale. Exhale. Last one. Inhale. Exhale. Now pause here. Pause here. So this is the shape that we want when we do Bakasana, crow pose. So she's got a rounded upper back. Her navel's drawing into the spine. She's really, engaging this energy in her belly called Uddiyana Bandha. So the bandhas are locks. It's where we kind of marinate the energy in our body. Awesome. And then bring your spine back to neutral. If you will turn and face this way, please, Victoria. Good. And press back into child's pose. So always during the practice, if you need to take a break, rest, pause the video, this is a wonderful place to come to. Inhale back to all 4s. Extend the right leg back behind you. Flex the foot. So the toes are pointing down, hip is pointing down. And then exhale, knee to the outside of the right arm. Just pause. Good. Again, inhale, extend it back. Exhale, knee touches the outside of the right arm. One more time. Inhale. Exhale. Extend it back. Set it down. Other side. Inhale, extend the left leg back. Exhale, knee to the outside of the arm. Inhale. Exhale. 2 more times. Inhale. Exhale. Last time. Maybe one more time. Inhale. Exhale. Very nice. Good. So extend the right leg back behind you. Set it down onto the mat. Extend the left leg back behind you. Set it down onto the mat. So you're in plank asana. Shoulders are over the wrist. So come forward just a little bit. Round in this upper back, like we did. And then now lift the hips up into downward facing dog, Adho Mukha Savasana. Feet are hip width apart. Go ahead and bend one knee and the other knee, just walking your dog. Good. Excellent. And then walk your feet all the way to your hands. Good. Stay up on the balls of your feet. Yes. And then come to your fingertips. Again, this might be where you might want to have your book to hold on to, your block. And then release the heels down. Inhale, come all the way up. Exhale, hands to your heart and Anjali Mudra. So if you'll step back to the front of the mat. So we'll just do a sun salutation, Surya Namaskar, just preparing ourselves for our final pose, Bakasana. So if you'll come up to the very front of your mat, Victoria. So your feet can be together or hip width apart, hands to your heart. Close your eyes just for a moment and feel rooted and grounded in your feet. So those are the roots right here. Muladhara. With your eyes closed, visualizing the color red. So if you think about the crown chakra, sometimes its color is purple, sometimes it's white. And then the root chakra, color red, when you mix those two colors, it's pink. So we always come back to that heart. So place your hands in front of your heart, to that heart chakra. So that fear, letting go of fear, feeling rooted and stable, having faith. So sometimes fear is faith turned inside out. So we're going to just ground and root into our sun salutation. So inhale, stretch your arms above your head. Exhale, hinging from the hip creases, come into your forward fold. Place your hands on your shins and inhale halfway. Exhale, forward fold. Step the right foot back into a high lunge. So this right leg was just like in plank, extending straight back out from the hip. You're grounded into this left foot. Take your right hand close to the left foot. Inhale this left arm up for a twist. Good. Circle the wrist one direction, the other direction, and then release it down. Make your way back into that plank asana. So step the left foot back. You can always come down to your knees if this is too much energy. And then now, everybody come down to the knees. Bend the elbows, chest, and chin. Extend the legs out behind you, top of the feet on the mat. Ground the hands by the armpits and lift up into a little small cobra. Good. And then tuck your toes, exhale, child's pose. Bring the big toes together, the knees apart. Good. Always in your practice, this is a wonderful, thank God, asana to come to rest. And then now, come all the way back down to your belly. Inhale, lift up into your cobra. Bend the knees. Straighten the arms into king cobra. So hands by your armpits, straighten. Yes, good. Shoulders go back. Awesome. And then release down. Release your feet. Tuck your toes. Come up into plank. You can go through all fours through tabletop. Exhale, downward facing dog, Adho Mukha Savasana. Awesome. So take a few breaths here, connecting always to the breath. So the breath engages how much we have fear. We breathe faster when we have fear. So slow the breath down. Let the inhale come in, just saturating your body with this pranic energy. And then the exhale, just releasing anything that's not serving you. Inhale, left leg lifts. Good. Bend the knee, open up the hip. So notice her knee is going straight towards the ceiling, her heels towards the buttocks. Good. Lengthening through that right heel. Now lift up on the ball of that right foot. Good. Set the heel down. Straighten the left leg so the hips are square. Bend the knee, bring it one time to the outside of that left arm. Touch. Yes. Inhale, extend it up. Exhale, release it down. Same thing on the other side. So inhale, lift up the right leg. Good. So her hips are closed here. Now she's going to open it up. She's stacking her hips. Bend the knee. Beautiful. Come up on the ball of your back foot. Ball of the back foot. You can't see her, but she's beautifully lifting up that heel. And then re-square the hip. Bring the knee to the outside of the right arm. Touch. And you can always be on all fours when you do this as well. Extend it back and bring it all the way through for that lunge. So pause here. Take your time. So we're always in so much of a hurry. In a hurry. Go, go, go. Do. Fast. But we need to pause. So my teacher, Eric Schiffman, he says pause, relax, release. So she's going to ground that right hand, root into it, and she's going to inhale up the left arm. Bring it up. Circle the wrist. Both directions. And then release that hand down. Bring the left foot to meet the right foot. Come into your forward fold, Uttanasana. Good. Inhale into your chair pose, Utkatasana. Sit down into your chair. Good. Bring your hands to your heart. And then come up on the balls of the feet. Lift the heels up. Good. And then set the left heel down. And start straightening that left leg. Root into that left foot and hug the right knee into the chest. So hug it in with your hands. Hug your right, yeah. And then stand all the way up. Good. Beautiful. If you have a wall at home, you can hold on to the wall. And now she's going to turn that knee out. She's going to place that foot to the inside of the left calf for tree pose. Notice her hips are open, that knee's open. Good. Rooting into that beautiful tree. Find the tree that resonates with you. Excellent. And then releasing the right foot to meet the left. Sit down in your chair pose, Utkatasana. Hands to the heart. Finding one thing to focus on. Come up on the balls of the feet. Good. And then lowering that right heel. Start hugging that left knee in. Take your time. Take your time. Don't be in a hurry. Come up. Good. Rooting into that right foot, into that big toe mound. And then now place the sole of that left foot into the right calf. Hands to the heart. Maybe on this side you let your branches grow up to the sunlight, finding that divine inner light. Good. Hands back to your heart. Good. Release. And then walk back into your downward facing dog. Come to all fours. Good. All right, so let's come into another balance pose, Bakasana. So again, you have this block. So I'm going to demonstrate without a block, or I'm going to demonstrate with the block. And again, you have your book. Maybe I'll use my book, my med-surg book. All right, book, block. So you're going to place your feet. Victoria, if you'll join me. All right, so we're going to split our knees and come up on the balls of our feet like we did in chair pose. We're going to ground our hands. So just like we did that thigh master earlier, we're going to squeeze the outside of our arms, the triceps with the inner knees. And just engage that core energy that we touched base a moment ago. And then now, just like in that cat pose, we're going to round our back. We're going to lift our feet up. Now, she's going to demonstrate the full pose. So she's lifting her feet up. I'm going to lift up one foot, the other foot, and set it down. So Victoria, if you will face that way or whichever way so the audience can see you from the side, okay? And I'm going to come to the side too. So I'm still on my block, or still on my book. Now make sure that this book is stable, all right? We don't want any injuries. So I'm going to ground my hands again. I'm going to come to the middle of the mat, just finding this surface with my feet. I'm going to split my knees, ground my hands. So the hands are about maybe 10 inches away from the body. Squeezing like a thigh master, the outside of the arms, rounding the back. My gaze is in between my hands, and our head is going to do a head kiss. And then I'm going to come back down. I'm going to come back to a seat. Yay. So if you'll come to the middle of the mat, come down to your seat. Hug your knees into your chest. Give yourself a big squeeze. Good job. Come onto your back. Hug the right knee into the chest. Good. So ground into that left heel. And then take the left hand to the outside of the right knee and bring that right knee over to the left. You can look over the right shoulder. So we're starting to wind down. Get ready for Shavasana. Come back to center. Hug the left knee in. Extend the right leg. And then now very gently bring that left knee over to the right. Nice. Look over the left shoulder. Good. And then come back to center. Good. Hug both knees into your chest just for a moment. Good. Release your head. Come back to that happy baby pose. Awesome. Now release your toes and extend both legs up and out. Supta Upavista Konasana, or reclined wide legs. This is my favorite pose to do before I go to sleep. Just, you're stretching your whole body. Good. Bring the soles of the feet back together. Come into Supta Baddha Konasana, or reclining butterfly pose. And extend your arms over your head. Take your right wrist with your left hand and lengthen that right arm and lean over to the left. So a little crescent or lean, just lengthening these side muscles. Y'all did great. And then come back to center. Take the left wrist with the right hand, lengthen and lean over to the right. Faith. Fear that has been dispelled. Come back to center. Go ahead and place your left hand on your heart and your right hand over your left. Close your eyes for a moment. So just feeling this beautiful organ that's beneath those hands, the heart. Visualize that color pink. Feel rooted and grounded. Stay connected to your breath. And then now, release your hands by your hips. Extend the legs out, or you can keep them like this for Shavasana. So this is the most important pose. It's where we bring in and embrace all the efforts of our practice. So you're welcome to do a longer Shavasana, but we'll have a couple of minutes Shavasana here. So with your eyes closed, this is a time to also pause, and this is a pose. So you want your hands about 10 inches from your body, your feet just flopping out. So that just releases any muscular effort. No effort here at all. We put out so much effort all day long. We're stressed. We have fear. This is effortless effort. Our eyes are closed. Our belly's relaxed. Our hips are relaxed. Our legs are now rooted into Mother Earth. Slowly begin to find movement in your fingers and toes. Stretch your arms over your head. And make your way over to your right side or left side, whichever is more comfortable. Make a pillow with your arm. So here, just embrace that you have this ability to tap into the roots of who you are, into feeling grounded, feeling secure, feeling love, letting go of fear, having faith. Have faith. Faith is intrinsic within the mind of every human being. It operates within each of us. We're often admonished to have faith, but actually we cannot not have faith. Faith is fundamental to our nature. To have faith usually means to focus our faith in a particular direction. Yet faith is always operating in our consciousness, no matter how doubtful or fearful we may feel. Fear is faith turned inside out. Fear is having faith in certain images created by the mind rather than having faith in the creative power of the mind itself. Our fearsome mental images may have their origin in prior personal experiences, or they may be the result of cultural conditioning. These memories may be filled with strong emotions. So if we do not discharge this emotional energy from the body, like with doing yoga, these images will continue to haunt the mind. As we put our faith in these images, we make our fear real, and thus we give it power over us. So remember that the word fear is false evidence appearing real. So slowly come up to a seated position. Bring your hands to your heart in Anjali Mudra. Close your eyes. Just bow to yourself. Have gratitude. And as my teacher, Eric Schiffman, says, that once you let go of fear, all that's left is love. So slowly blink your eyes open. Take 3 deep breaths, 1 for your body, where it is today, where it needs to be. 1 for your mind, for peace of thought, loving kindness, and compassion for ourselves and others. And 1 for your spirit, letting the divine in us honor and greet the divine in everyone else. Bringing your hands to your third eye and saying out loud Shanti, which means peace. Shanti. Namaste. Thank you for joining me. Thank you, Victoria. Love you.
Love you too.